What is up, my veggies? My name is VTR, and welcome back to another movie review. Yes, it's another movie review. Sorry it took me so long to get another one out. I was supposed to review something else before this and everything, but I decided to tackle this movie because I watched it last night. So today we are reviewing Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. Now, about 2 years ago, I reviewed Raiders of the Lost Ark for the first time and I figure with the new one coming out literally next week, I should probably review the rest of the franchise. So let's do that now, shall we? So Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. Going in. Well, let's read the synopsis real quick. Where's our synopsis? Here it is. The second film of the Lucas slash Spielberg Indiana Jones epics is set year is set a year or so before the events in Raiders of the Lost Ark. Indy needs to retrieve a precious gem and several kidnapped young boys on behalf of the remote East Indian village. This is this time this time he teams up with a nightclub singer and a 12-year-old boy. That's what the plot that is given from Rotten Tomatoes. And I had a feeling it was a prequel, but I didn't know when I watched it. Cause it's like I said, it's been like a year, like 2 years since I've seen the first one. So it was a prequel. Didn't really know that. So with that being said, let's go ahead and review this movie. Sorry. So first off, going into this, I don't really know where my expectations were. I don't know if they were low. I don't know if they were high. I really didn't know where this movie was going to sit with me. I didn't know if it was going to sit well. I didn't know if it was going to sit badly. I didn't know anything if the movie was going to actually be good or not. But personally, I actually think I like this movie more than the first. Don't get me wrong, I don't think the first is a bad movie. But I think this one is a lot better. Not a lot, but like I enjoyed this one a lot more. It held my attention pretty darn well. The action scenes and the some of the stuff was a lot more interesting here with some of the set pieces. And obviously, I will say, obviously, this movie's opening is weaker than the opening in the first film. Obviously, the opening cannot be. I don't think it can be topped with the boulder scene and everything. There's not really. But I just had more fun with this one, I think. Harrison Ford is definitely a lot more hokey in this one, a lot more, definitely giving a lot more of that Harrison Ford energy that I really like. I don't know, it feels like a lot more fun is being had with the script here. There's a lot more fun being had. And we get introduced into some new characters. The I forgot her name. Was it they were calling her Wee or something like that? I don't remember what her name was there. But actually, probably the cast right here. Yeah, Willie, whatever. Um, her wasn't too keen on her because a lot of time in the movie she's screaming and complaining and everything, and it can get a little annoying. Like it can get a little annoying for how much she's screaming, and I'm like, I was watching this with a friend, and I kept turning, and I was like, oh, this girl is getting on my nerves. But she kept screaming and everything throughout the movie, and it's really annoying. Like, it got really annoying, really fast, and it's definitely interesting. Um, but I enjoyed this movie. for the most part. This character has her moments. There's some fun moments. There's this one scene where like both of them are in separate rooms, and like Indy and them are like, dang, like why is this not going this way? Why am I not doing this? It's a fun scene. But I'll tell you one thing. Short Round, played by forgive me if I pronounce this wrong. If I said I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. Um, but Short Round is definitely, he steals the show every time he's on screen. He is funny. There's some heart with the character. His relationship with Indy is definitely like a really close friendship, which I think is awesome. One thing I don't if this is a prequel, where is he in the first film? Um but anyway, Short Round is such an enjoyable character in this movie. He is so fun to watch. I think he steals the show a lot of the time. Some of the action set pieces here, like the bridge at the end, is such a fun scene and everything. I think it's done well. The villain, the guy that plays like the villain with the skull helmet, I don't remember his name, but he plays it up like the hamminess of it. He goes full force, like the evil smile and everything, and does it really well. And the comedy in this movie is a lot of fun. I think they handle the comedy of this movie very well with the way it is written, with the way the characters are portrayed. I think it is done in such a fun way. I think that overall, just a lot of fun is had with this movie. I think they really knew what they were doing with these characters, and I really think they just had a ball with the characters, and I enjoyed every single second of the action. I don't think it was anything other. There's one scene where like Indy's fighting off these dudes with swords, and then he goes around for some more, and there's like a whole group of them. So he's like, oh nope, wait. And it's definitely a fun globe-trotting adventure. Um, it's the movie's got like a bunch. It's even got time for little sit-down moments and everything, where like there are some things that don't hit. Like I said, like the uh Willie or however you say her name. She is kind of a little un- kind of a little annoying at points with all the screaming and oh no, I broke a nail and blah 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 blah. And that's a lot of the movie. That's probably my main criticism. There are some fun moments with her. There's the scene where they're eating, and then like all the food is like very gross and everything, and she's just like, that's kind of funny. Um, I think the movie plays up the action and the comedy really well. The emotional moments, I feel like they're there, but they're not the movie's forefront, and they're not the movie's like strongest parts. I feel like the action and everything. And there's also a scene with these mine carts, which I think is supposed to be a lot more epic. It's fun, but I think it's one of the more I don't know. It's kind of shown up later by the bridge scene, in my opinion. But it is a fun sequence, and I think the movie overall is just a fun time. I think there's not really any problem you can really have with this movie. I think if you're going for it, I think you're gonna have a fun time. I think if you enjoy the first one, you're definitely gonna enjoy this one. I don't think there's anything really bad about it. Besides like the so I personally would give this movie. Let's look at the audience and critics score first. Critics give this a 76 on Rotten Tomatoes, and audiences give it an 82. Now I don't remember what I gave the original movie, but I think I'm gonna give this movie a solid 3 out of 5. I think that's a good place to put it. I think it's a pretty darn good movie. I think that's a pretty. I enjoyed this. I think it's fun. So let me know what you guys think of Raiders of the Lost Ark, not Raiders of the Lost Ark, Temple of Doom down in the comments section down below. And yeah, that's really all I have to say for this movie, this review, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.